Tell me your dreams. What is it that you want? Do you want to go on vacation every other week? You can have that. You want your own business? It's done. Do you want me to buy the company you work at and make you the boss? It's done. You can have whatever you want. I only require one thing: a wife and an heir. And actually, that's two things. Marry me, Omi. Good girl. I understand your surprise. Surprise, shock, whatever. It's a good thing you found out now. It saves me the trouble of having to tell you before the wedding. I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. I mean, you and I get on like a house on fire whenever we do it, remember?
So what do you want to do?
I don't know.
I think you should accept. This guy is offering to be your husband only in name. You will have access to the Kester Jacobs wealth. You don't have to worry about canceling a wedding that's this heavily publicized. Plus, you get your mom off your back once and for all over this wedding thing. You can ask this guy for anything. Anything, and I'm sure he will do it. I think it's a good deal.
If you were dating Aminu and he made you this kind of offer, would you accept?
I think you shouldn't marry the guy.
Mommy, I don't know.
What don't you know? Look, this is common in high society Lagos. Yomi is from a good family. He spoils you silly. He can give you children. So what else do you want? Oyi, a bird at hand is worth two in the bush. The devil you know is better than the angel you do not know. I have said my part.
Hey, cheer up. It's not the end of the world. Plus, you smell so nice today.
I can't. I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
I keep seeing you and Aminu.
I get it. I understand.
You know, it's a fantasy that they visit. It's not like this is what we're going to be doing all the time. So
Curiosity.
that's the thing I'm talking about. That I cannot go and get married to someone that is a gay, because that would be me setting myself up for failure. You know,
But it's different from being a gay. He likes men, like men.
You know what I mean is that no, I know that some people like men, some people like women. Some people just want to have sex with men. It's not like they want to keep a relationship or they want to start having. They just want to push that. It's like when people say I'm going to swing, or people will tell you that some men, they like very like you know, I don't want to go into details. You've had
Please go into details, because this is an adult show. Yeah.
No, what I mean is that we've had a guest here that tell you that at what extent that people will go. I remember there was a guest that we saw. Why I know a lot. When I was growing, I remember there was a friend of mine. She wasn't even a friend. She was slightly older, and she was telling me that oh, there was this guy, a married guy, that gives her a lot of money. We were young, like I would say maybe I was like 16. I didn't know. He said he just wanted me to flog him, and he gives me money. And I said, oh my God, he's using your destiny to make, he's using your destiny. Now, I said, oh, imagine if probably that's what he likes, and the wife is somebody that wants to describe that kind of discussion with. Now you are going to spend money to get flogged when I could flog you proper, you know? So
as a wife?
Yeah, the girlfriend. People like it. People like pain. Pain
Listen,
and extreme.
the I
Give
like
them fun. Give them
those that
pleasure.
It is
doesn't
called
want doesn't want
sadomasochism.
wife to
Okay.
flog.
So when I tell you that,
Yeah,
that's
the young girl flogging
conversation.
him. That's his fetish. It's not any woman. He will not pick any woman. There's a particular woman he wants to plug in. That's how they are.
Well, what I'm trying to say is
Sadomasochism.
when somebody
That's what it's
talks
called.
fantasy, whether it's fetish or not, you know, is to what extent, are we going?
So Susan, let me just ask you this question real quick. I think I actually did the same question. So how would you, if this man has said to you, I'm bi and all of that, and you accepted it, you guys got married and whatnot. So are you fine with knowing that he might have just given oral sex to his partner, out to the guy he's sleeping with at work, and now he's come home to kiss you and also do all that? How would that make you feel?
That was absolutely ridiculous because first of all, it is the information that you send to your mind that kind of reflects how you feel. It is if you're at home every day. Bless you, my darling. It's like even even your husband that is even straight to you. Do you know if he has actually kissed the secretary or have a blowjob in the office?
Yeah, but that's a girl, but I'm talking about a man.
You will still not accept it. Man or woman, you will not accept it.
You will never accept it because first of all, it is trust within. Like I said, if he comes, I don't know how I'm going to explain it. If he tells me like, this is what I like to do, that doesn't mean that this is what the life I'm going to be living with you. We have to discuss it and we have to trust each other enough to know that when we're going to this, if we are going this thing, we know transparency. I want to know and I want to trust that within this acceptance and this transparency within our arrangement, nobody goes outside that.
But Susa, regardless of the communication of the arrangements and transparency and all of that, the man is still going to go out there and sleep with a guy because part of the transparency and communication and arrangement is that you will allow him have his male partner as well, isn't it? Right?
I will allow him have, and I will have to know when he's having this arrangement.
So every time he wants to sleep with the male partner, he will tell you and text you and say, I'm going to do it now.
No, I don't want to know.
But no,
you don't have to know. You don't have to know. Just go enjoy yourself too with a man.
It's me because I want to know.
I want to know
when you are doing it and when you are not. So that when you're not doing it and you go and do it outside that, then that's what I would call cheating. Because
isn't it a bit unrealistic though? Because you think the man is going to tell you, babes, I'm about to do it now. Okay, I'm about to give moral sex.
So you see what exercise is saying? What exercise is saying is the most common in Lekki right now. It is the women that will go and pick up the girl for their husband.
The guy,
when they go out, they see a fine girl. It's the same. It's the same.
What's different between
I will explain.
That's not what she's saying.
I will explain.
She wants to know when he's going over to the other person. That's what she's
Yes. So they will go out, they will see a girl. Oh, that's my husband's spec. Darling, come, sit down, let's talk. They will scope the girl and then they will invite her for the husband to smash.
Yeah.
And they will give her loads of money.
Yeah.
There is a big girl on Instagram that was beaten and she was lying that they shot her in the head, that it was her wig that helped the bullet not to go in. That's what she was doing.
Yes, we know this. We know that one.
So it is common in Lekki. It is common.
So
we also have to understand that some people, she was just lying. She was just seeking validation and something. So there are some people here, you see this fantasy that Sosa was talking about, or fantasy or fetish or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people are sexually attracted to pregnant women. They see a pregnant woman outside, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
But they can't impregnate their wives every blessed day.
Yes.
Do you get? You see men approaching pregnant women saying, "Oh, Sarah, you're so beautiful," despite the swollen nose and everything. And there are some men, their own fetish is lactating women who are milking. And you will be surprised, you will be shocked.
Do they drink the milk or
provision
what?
for those things?
It
comes into. I will explain to you. You see, I had to go and read it. The milk that don't kill a baby can't kill an adult. Do you get?
Yeah.
The milk goes into their mouth, they swallow it, they tell you to squeeze it on them, you spill it on them, they enjoy it, that is their fantasy.
Okay.
It is crazy. It sounds crazy. The same with pregnant women. Now, do you know the twist? The twist is in the prostitution world, there are provisions that caters to these needs. So there are some people, they are constantly pregnant. During their 9 months pregnancy, they are making shitloads of money.
Sorry, so who are they pregnant
Even in the
for?
pornographic world.
Who are they
They have
pregnant
husband.
for?
Their husband understands the business.
All right.
Even
Okay.
Nigerians are doing it.
Money.
Nigerians are doing it in America. They are doing it in Italy. They are pregnant. Their husband will go and drop them. They do all the business from morning to evening. Their husband will come and pick them up
Poor child.
lately. So, and this is not only even in porn. If you go on any of these porn sites and you put in the search bar pregnant women, you will see it there. They get paid. You know, the most popular Maserati on Instagram. She does it constantly. She's on Instagram. She's a popular influencer on Instagram. She does it. They do it on OnlyFans, you know. And the pregnant, that's the pregnant women. The lactating women, the one milking, they too, they have markets. They have constant men coming to pay them to do it. Everything is out there. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's just quickly say, like you said now about having this idea, having a man, if you are married and your husband comes in, having constantly think, what has it done? I mean, no matter what it is, you need to trust your partner to an extent that that he likes a guy. That doesn't mean that every guy that comes around is gonna be sleeping with him. You have to have that trust with him as well. It's like some people have food fetish. If you have a man that loves food fetish, are you gonna be worried that every food that he sees is gonna be going after them? No. It's what you send, it's a signal that you send to your mind. If you're constantly thinking that somebody's cheating on you, it could have as well be a girl. You know what I mean? So if you are constantly thinking, so if you are within that arrangement and you have accepted each other like that, you are open with each other, you are transparent, and then you trust each other. Like, I trust that this thing that you are doing, I'm not saying come and tell me when. I trust that this thing that you are doing is not going to be something that you're going to be hopping around. It's going to be something that, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to necessarily know that you are going to do it, but I know that you love this thing, and I know that you are doing it within the boundaries that
You've agreed.
and I've agreed, and there's trust between both of us. Sometimes some people have it's like some people say like, my husband have three, like this Regina Daniels or whatever it is. My husband have 4, 5 wives. If your husband is in another room, it's only when you start thinking, oh, what is he doing now? Oh, that's when you suffer. Once it goes to the other room, you just shut that brain and put the key away. It comes out and you can kiss him. That's how they manage people that have men that have people that their husband have their wives, because you have to just shut that, and then within that boundaries of arrangement, trust is really important. If you look at people that have swingers, I've got friends that do stuff like this. People that have swinging like in their marriages, they are even more faithful than the one that will tell you that there's one man, one wife. One man, one wife, go 24 West. They're all looking for girlfriends every corner, looking for girls that they want to follow, they want to take home. And they think that it's one man, one wife. Meanwhile, a swinger person will say, okay, honey, we're gonna do it once in 6 months, we're gonna swing, and I'll play all the play I want to play everywhere, we'll come back in. And that's it. I'm telling you, they will not go and swing somewhere else without the wife being aware of it, or without the other partner being aware of it. So at the end of the day, if I would rather know what I am doing, I know what I get into. If it's something I want to bear the mind to do, and I will do it I will do it solidly in a way that you trust me and I trust you. And we are within that boundaries of what we set within each other. Anything outside it, then I'm not going to be able to put up with that.
Okay. All right. Okay, Dami,
You mean that is with Femi?
Okay, Dami, let me come to you. You've been awfully quiet. I think we all know where you stand on this one. What's going through your mind with everything that you've heard?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't live with a cheat. I'm sorry. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Dams,
I know
I
you
have a
won't
question
agree
for
with
you.
it. I know you
Let's
won't
say
agree with it. I know you won't agree with it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I have a different question, a totally different question.
Okay.
You've been married for, let's say, for example, roughly, let me just paint a picture. You've been married for 12 years and you only just found out that your husband likes milking women who lactate, and you just stumbled on a message on his WhatsApp, and you know that he finds this like this is the greatest adrenaline in his life. He just enjoys it. You only just found out
Go
after
buy
having like 3
meal
kids
now. Go
together.
buy
What do
meal
you do?
and feeding bottle.
It's not the same.
It's not the same thing, yeah.
It's not the same. It has to come from the source.
Oh, God.
Or you just
And-
found out that
Yeah,
he's
I'll try.
bisexual.
Maybe it might need counseling, therapy.
Ooh.
We'll go through all that together.
Deliverance.
It might
Yeah.
need prayers. We'll go through all that together. If you're struggling, which we all struggle with one or two things in life, no one has a perfect life, as
That's
the picture
enjoyment. That's
says.
not struggling. If
It
enjoying,
might be struggle. You know, some people. I'm not going to call that addiction, but some people struggle with addiction, and I'm not going to point
Of
my
course.
fingers and say
Of
you're a bad person. We all have an addiction. Some people are addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, chocolate, like me, you know, things like that. So I'm not going to point my finger and say you're a bad person because you're addicted to doing one thing or the other. Let's seek counsel, advice, therapy. We find ways of which we
Therapy
can.
now gay.
What did you say? Therapy is what?
Therapy is now gay.
There are therapies that are gay. So, Tammy, do you think fantasy is something from the pits of hell that counseling or
And there are
deliverance can
pastors
cure?
that are gay.
Sister, I don't believe in all that. I can't process it. And I can't live with someone like that. I'm going to walk out. I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
And it's enough, but there are people
That's the answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk out. I'm so sorry, regardless of it, because I need my sanity. I need my peace of
Exactly.
mind.
Oh, there are people
I
That's the
can't.
best.
I personally, I know there are ladies that can cope because of the way my brain works. I can't. We can be friends. We are not going to be enemies, but I'm not going to stay in the same roof with you.
Yeah.
Because I won't sleep. I won't be able to function for a long time.
So that means, as Mr. Jagujanti said, if you found out maybe 12 years into the marriage that he's actually bi, you're ending it.
I'm sorry, I'm going to walk out.
Okay.
If I'm so sorry. I might say, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And if it's not nothing positive is coming out of it, we sit down until we're adults.
Yeah.
Marriage is not a do or die affair. Relationship is not a do or die affair. If I can't comprehend my head around it, then I can always walk out. Because at the end of the day, I might have a lot of health issues with your own problem.
Okay.
I might have high blood pressure. I might have COPD. I might have a lot that will affect me.
Yeah,
on that issue.
Even I might have
Do you
mental
guys
health
remember?
issues. I might have mental health issues with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Zimbabwean wife that was organizing swingers behind the back of her husband, and she was having 4 men at the same time? They were recording themselves. They were passing around, and the video and pictures got leaked through one of the guys. And she was married to somebody else.
Wow.
That was her fantasy. She likes gangbanging, but the husband probably is a pastor or some level-headed accountant who has never lived that kind of life before. You know, things are happening.
I think
things are happening.
Marry their kind.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I
a
mean?
lot of things are happening, and a lot
That
of
is
people,
why
we are quite. I'm a warrior. You understand? I worry on every little thing, and I won't be able to sleep. So I know myself. My blood pressure will just shoot up, and I'll be miserable.
Yeah.
So it's better. My sanity.
I was like you.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say that. Like, I remember the first day. I want to say, yeah, something happened. The first day I caught my ex with the first day I knew that he had a girlfriend. Before I used to say, "Oh God, I will swear with everything," because I just felt like whatever I had was a perfect kind of marriage. In fact, my ex, I remember he was telling his friends like, "Oh, I'm not my best friend." I would say, "Oh, look at my husband's spec," and that was how we were very open. And I said, like, I don't think. Where? What time? Why? The way he behaves to me. That's the first, like, 1, 2, 3 years. And then when it happened, in fact, this girl, I learned that this girl, it was on his bachelor's eve that he met his girlfriend. I'm telling you, bachelors, if we're getting married the next day, the girl that I danced to it was now the girl, and he dated that girl for 8 years.
Wow.
You know, so what I'm trying to say is that when strong things happen to you, I'm not talking telling you because I want to be cheated on, you know, I don't want that, you know, but when it gets to a stage, I just like I said, I realized that there's no case that is so complicated. It is how you choose to approach it.
Yeah.
I will never get high blood pressure from any man again. The one I have already is there. If I know what I know now, I wouldn't even have that one in the first place. You know what I mean? I will not. If you want to give me high blood pressure, you are the one that will get the high blood pressure back. Because you want to bring to the table, I have skills already. I'll bring my own too. So we can match it together. If you say you like sometimes you want to cheat, oh yeah, come on, let's go and swing. So that we do it properly. So that you will know the kind of person. You know what I mean? So to cut long story short, I'm not trying to encourage that. It's wrong. And I don't even know if I meet somebody now and the person is cheating. I'm not going to put up with that. But the point I'm trying to make is transparency, communication, and acceptance. Those are the things that you see. It is what I'm not saying that everybody has to accept what I can accept, but if you accept it and you communicate about it, and then so even if these big issues happen that you don't expect to happen, like maybe big cheating and that, you know, it's about you having that defense mechanism for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are the hero of your story. Even this man that you're fighting for, want to have high blood pressure for, is gonna go anywhere eventually. And you're gonna meet another one that is worse, another one that will worse, another one that will worse. Then you say, is this how life is?
The worst test.
Yeah.
Shade and Sosa, let me come to you guys with this question because I need to round up, all right? But let me just come to you guys with this question. So if the guy is bi, but then whilst you guys are all about transparency and communicating, and he tells you, well, you see, the thing is, yes, I'm bi, but actually I just like to receive it in my bum bum. Would you guys be open to pegging? And maybe that would you be open to pegging, and maybe that might deter him from going out to seek a man?
I will buy a
Just buy vibrator.
I will buy a strap-on, which is also very good. I will buy a strap-on, and then I can be giving him if he wants. So people do strap-on. They're not even buy. They love it. You know, if a woman wants to come from the exit door, a man who wants to come from the exit door, it's fine. You know, as long as it's up and down.
So you can do that.
You
know, that would be an easy solution for you, right? Rather than going to do with another man.
Look, Celia, I don't want to personalize it. I'm not telling you what I can do or what I can do. But I'm telling you that I'm capable of being open, because this is a forum where we have this conversation. We should be careful sometimes we are in an open forum. Don't make it look so complicated so that the other person is being judged. So I'm just
no, absolutely not. We're all adults here, and whatever we want to do sexually.
You see this bomb?
For our viewers' sake,
this bomb.
I'm telling you categorically, everything I'm saying now, I'm not telling categorically that I'm going to take this decision or this. I'm just telling you my mentality in my head is open to an extent where this thing is relatable to me, and it's something that if I find myself in that situation, it's not the end of the world. We can actually walk around it. You know, do I know what I'm going to do? I don't know, because I've never been in that situation before. But if that situation happens to happen to me, it's not something that I'm going to break the sky over. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thanks, Shadi. Let me come to you with the same question. Would you consider pegging as a solution?
Do you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm hoping, you know, like for me, I really try to accept people the way they are, and I'm like that generally, you know. And if I'm in that situation, try. If I love you, you know, I can't do it. I'll tell you I can't do it. But if I can, I'm with Esosa on this thing. It's just like, I just want everyone to know that there are people that are not wired the way we are wired, and that's what they are. And
of course,
they don't have a disease. They are not evil. You know, that's what they are. That's who they are. You know? So I can't tell people that you must like a girl. It has to be a girl. I know what the Bible says, I know what the church says, but at the same time, God is love. So I'm not into that. You know me, and I like to experiment. So I might try it. Why not? I might try to see if that would keep him. But if it tells me that he's bi, that means that no matter what I do with him, he will still be attracted to Mr. Bojantis because he's the fine handsome man. So
That's the point. That is the point. So
No,
you
but if
can't.
he tells you that will be the solution,
if it tells me that will be
You
the
see, this one is exit
solution,
only.
you know what?
Exit only.
Wait, the thing about this thing that is really that got me worried is that it's like this is joined to. We have to both. What if me say I like girls? You understand? So it's not all
It's
about
sweet.
it's not
That
about
one is
of
sweet.
course,
as well.
it'll be sweet. Men will never
That
have a
one is
problem
sweet.
with it.
We
Yeah.
all have to
This
open
is
up.
sweet. I like you touch yourself. Both of you
Oh,
go. Yeah, do it. It's
And that's
sweet.
what I'm saying, that guys would be open to watch that. To them is the fantasy, but we will be what's that? And to be honest, we would have boys, children. I don't even know. And like a part of me is like, oh wow, we have a situation where a friend of mine, the daughter is going through something similar. They're so into church, like imagine a pastor's, someone that has spoken against it. Now his first daughter is really into that. That's what she is. This is not a time to now. He's not buying and casting it out. No, he's trying to talk to her to find out, is this a phase? What's going on? What could bring this up? And they're taking it a day. So everybody can change. Tomorrow you might say, I don't find it. I don't like my best friend anymore. I like your brother. Can I take it? So it's like, so we take it as it comes,
Okay. Thank you, Shade.
Hey,
Can I just quickly say one last 2 minutes, 1 minute
Okay.
thing? The fact of this whole issue is, like Shade said, this sexual thing is just part of them. It's not who they really. That is a nice person. If you have a nice person as a man, you know what I mean? A genuinely nice person that has got your back, where you know that the man with integrity and all that, he happens to have this. Are you not going to cancel this man out of your life and lose a great person just because of that?
And that's
what I mean.
You don't need to cancel the person. You can still be friends. You can still be friends. Trust me.
If, for example, you have a child with a man, which kind of like a friend, a best friend, and this family unit is strong together, is giving you the right support, the children are growing, and something like this happens, and he has this let's say maybe this weak point, I like this, something like this. If you know what I mean, if you love them enough, you should be able to accept their imperfection. I would say that is an imperfection. If you want to categorize it like that, okay, this is the part that they are struggling with. I cannot change it. Is there any way we can work around it? Is there something that you can do? And maybe once in a while I can give you this freedom. Once in a while, go play yourself around and then come back. It's sacrifice. I'm talking to
no, it's just I disagree with you. Why does she have to sacrifice our happiness for him?
It's not
Because she's not happy with it. That's why she wants to leave. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I am with you, Esosa, all the way. But when it comes to what will give me discomfort, like Dami said, she can't do it. She can't sacrifice it.
I'm just throwing it to Dami. Like, if the person has all these great personalities, and you have this family unit. Remember when Sila was asking, like 12, when we get 12 years, we're not just talking about how many years. We're talking about that this thing is solid. You know what I mean?
We all have our breaking points.
Yeah.
People will say they can't stand their husband cheat. Some people will say they can't stand liars. Some people will say they can't stand So we all have things we can take our eyes off. We all have things we can't take our eyes off.
Principles.
We all have our breaking points.
But Dami, let me ask you the same question, right? So if the man said, okay, you know what? Okay, yeah, I'm bi, but I don't necessarily I just like the sensation, I like the feeling to receive it from behind. So Dami, you don't want to go and cast and bind and all of that. Wouldn't you rather do that and save your marriage? Because as far as it's concerned,
you want me to receive it from behind and I should be using pad at the end of the day.
No,
you are the one giving him.
He wants
you are the one giving him. You wear a strap on.
I don't even know what is strap on. I'm sorry. What is cucumber? What is strap on?
I'll give you for presents.
This is well balanced.
On this show, I like the fact that there is somebody they don't know what the vibrator is. Only for us
I've
to
seen it
find
on
out
TV.
No. She knows vibrator. She doesn't understand strap-on, all these things.
So
Just
wear
say vibrator that you belt to the
held
waist, the hair. She will understand.
Thank you, Mr. Jags. What are these? That I bet
So
So
you
that means, is
you
that
will
something you'll be
develop
open to doing to save your 12 years marriage?
My sanity comes first.
Oh,
That's fine.
and
That's
you
fair.
can't do that. Yeah.
But me,
Exit only.
12 years, maybe 2 kids, maybe a couple of no. And it's my best.
People have deal breaker. Yeah, like you said, I agree. People have deal breaker. Like
But let's not even stress this, yeah. Because as we've all agreed, and as we've all so that means let me come to you now. Because see, all this one you are doing, I don't know where vibrator is, I don't know where strap on. Yeah. Are you trying to tell me that as grown, you are even a nurse? I wish Story was on this recording. You're even a nurse. So are you trying to tell me that sexually, how far would you go to satisfy your husband?
And I'd like to know.
Or how far will she go to get satisfied herself?
Yeah, because the way you're just talking as if it's just missionary, bam, 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 bye.
No, she likes doggy. She likes doggy.
So tell me, please, Dami, I'm gonna just focus on you now. I'm gonna focus on my focus, right? And you are the focus on yes, you are my focus right now because
I agree with you.
I've been making us feel like Satan and Satan's assistants.
Focus on your focus. That's good. I like that.
Answer.
I don't know. We are quite different. This is what I keep saying. We are
in the position. What trips you? What does the man have to do to you? Do they have to touch you, kiss you, give you a head? What do they have to do?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, but
anything means nothing.
She goes with the flow. That's what she's trying to say. Let me save this sister. Let me save this sister.
Thank you for saving me. I go with
she goes with the flow. She goes with the flow.
Includes the man introducing the strap on vibrator.
I don't know what the strap on. I'm gonna go and read about it.
Do you use instruments? Do you use enhancement? Do you use toys? Do you know what toys?
No.
Do you use lubricants?
Toys?
You don't use lubricants.
This stuff.
Well, lubricant is for when the wetness is not enough, you know. So
you go down on
you don't know whether she's waterfall. Leave her alone. Please,
Jabajantis, please, you are not the moderator, it's me. Stop trying to remove her from this equation. So chill. That means you don't use lubricants.
Like you said, I go with the flow.
Forget the flow, because it's not every time that the flow will be flowing. Okay? Because so are you telling me if he introduces that strap on, as you are going with the flow, and he just
know what is strap on?
You guys and say, close your eyes and tie something around your waist. What would you do? Blood of Jesus is blood.
Otisalo.
I think her husband is there. Her husband is there. That's why.
Otisalo
has left the show. This is the first on the history of Tasha. Okay, interesting.
That is well balanced. That is well balanced. A novice, well informed, experienced, everything well balanced. That's a good one.
I'm not experienced, so you say well informed. I will fall into that category.
Let everybody pick their size. I threw it open. Me too. I fell in the category of well informed.
I just want people to know that people have different sexual orientation and beliefs.
Fantasies.
And it's not even fantasy. Some people that's just where they are. They don't like boys. They like women. Some people like women. Some people are still bi-curious. They want to see how it feels to be with a woman. We should all just respect each other. And even though it's against our religion, some of the things
I never heard that one before.
Say with my dad,
Bi-curious.
Home. But I'm a curious person. I am very curious. I have not still fulfilled all my fantasies. One day I would do that. But I used to have a partner that would help you with your fantasies. He's like, he wants to make you happy. So if you want to go to a group sex, he would encourage you, have fun, because to him it's like, be happy, you know. So that's what I'm saying, that we've
communicated. You can give to yourself.
And then if you can't do it, you can't do it. Like I don't fall damn. That's not her. That's not who she is.
Yeah,
Many guys they can probably say to fear aqua too. Most of the things they still do me one kind for body. I'm still like, okay, maybe when I get that situation, I'll see. But I'm not gonna now say, oh, that demon, But we're talking about a life partner. We're talking about someone that you've known, you fall in love with. It's two different things. You understand? You have to think of your own heartbreak. Like a sister say, it's cheating. But some women accept cheating, like I always say here. Some women accept they don't want to see. Some women accept beating. Some people cannot deal with, like Ajike cannot deal with, you don't have money. What are you talking about? You must have money. Whatever you like to do. You understand? So everybody have, and same with men. A man will look at you and tick their boxes. They know what for. And it's time women tick boxes as well. So if someone comes to that proposal for me to tell me that this is what he is, or this is who he is, it's not only for me to say, okay, I'm calculating. I will calculate. I don't care what anyone says about me at this stage of my life. I'm going to calculate. Have I invested my time, my energy into it? Is this somebody like Mr. Jazz said, it might be the male one. You might not even know. Of course, if it's all like, oh, hi, you would know and say that that's risky. But if it's not, and he can pull it off, and that's what he wants to do, I don't care. You do you. But I will do me as well. Because I might just be like, oh, that will not want you to touch me anymore. Yeah. So I have my one as well. So we have to agree. So it's just up to you at that moment what you want to do, what you can do. If I agree to go ahead and I couldn't, I'll tell him again, I'm sorry, I can't do it again. We just have to be happy and be, not just say, oh, he's a demon. He's not, because if he was, you won't be with him.
Yeah. So talking about acceptance, communication, transparency, exploring, by curious and all of that. I'm going to come to Sade and Sosa. I'm going to also come to Mr. Jagodanti. So if the guy, right, wanted a threesome, for example, which to a lot of people is easy. Is even better than cheating self, because they will happily do it. But Shadi and Sosa, how would you feel if your partner wanted a threesome to introduce another girl? How would you participate? Would you like to have anything to do with that girl? Or would you rather just be like, okay, this is your request. Okay, go and sleep with the other girl. I'll just be in my corner. How is that going to go?
I think when it comes to this kind of arrangement, we just know it's not all fun and games, It's a well calculated experience. You have to weigh both of you and say, what are we going to do? Some people will say, okay, let's just travel and just do this, clean mouth and come back home. Let's just do that. Like I always said, this communication is very important. You can say, okay, let's do it. Let's travel, get somebody that will pay, and get ourselves rubble up that, or whatever it is that you want to do with that business there, and then come back home and back to our life and our reality. We just leave that in our memory, in the back of our archive, and just shut it up there. Yeah. Whenever I want to go visit it, this is what we're going to be doing, because it can get messy. You can go and get somebody that is really, really good, and you might even be, I might be looking the way this man is looking at this girl, the way he's going, he doesn't do me like that, and jealous, something like that. You have to weigh all those options, and are you going to do more harm than good in this marriage or in this partnership? So you have to weigh all that, have that communication, have the transparency, and then give it a try. And then it all depends on how much effort that you are willing. You don't do it with somebody that is weak, like Chade said. You don't do it with another person that is emotionally weak or whatever it is. You have to trust that both of you have this solid openness, and both of you emotionally, you are solid. You can have this communication. You can trust within those boundaries, So yeah, it's having those communication. And if it's something that you want to fulfill, both of you agree on it. And one saw this 50 Shades of Grey, didn't we?
No, I didn't really watch it.
Okay, it just shows that. And there's this program that I was watching on TV. It was this lady that goes and organized, they call it Sex Room. It wasn't necessarily something big deal. When I was watching it, I was like, it's on Netflix. She goes into your room. If you want to just do your bedroom in a way that, just spice up, and a lot of people volunteer different things. There was this group of people, I can't even remember what they called themselves. I had to Google it. So they have to, the lady said like 4 or 5 of them. And they all asked she was asking each one of them, what do you want to be involved with this room? So that when you come together, So the smallish Chinese girl that was so small that I thought she was innocent. She said she liked wetness, she liked messiness. So they had to bring a sink because she wants people to wee on her. So they had to bring a sink. So we think that we know. We don't even know to what extent that people would push. Me, I was like, whoa, you know. So it's just that having that communication with some, and they were just discussing it, and they all sat there. I was like, does it not really bother these people that this girl is saying all this? It didn't bother them because they were solid and they trusted each other. And they said they've been together for 6 years, 6 of them in a relationship for 6 years, and they've never cheated on each other. They've been together for 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not saying everybody has to be like that. It's just understanding this trust within this boundary and understanding how mature the other person is emotionally before you take this trip and start giving you spice that will come and ruin your marriage or ruin your partnership, you know.
Okay, Shadi, let me come to you quickly because I want to go to Mr. Jack, and there's another area I want to address real quick before we end this. Danny has joined us again.
Sorry, what's the question again?
So the question was like, if your partner wanted a threesome and you want to be transparent and all of that, and he wants you to get involved in the threesome with another lady, how far are you willing to go with another lady?
Right. Oh, this my partner must be something else. So basically,
I know, right?
I'm not attracted to women. I'm sorry, I like men, I like boys. I'm not into men, no matter how sexy you now. So I would give him permission if I still want to stick in that situationship with him. Because by this stage, we are in an open marriage. For
exactly,
us,
yeah, might as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So I would just tell him, if that's what your fantasy is, my sweetheart, you can do what you want to do. Send me a video. But me, I cannot participate because I can't imagine another girl looking at my boobies. I can't. I'm not attracted to girls. I don't think I will be. I might be curious in my head, but in reality, I cannot do it because I don't find them attractive. I'm not into girls.
You don't have to get involved for threesome.
I have a question, Shadi.
I can't. I've tried.
Shadi, what if you tell him? What if you tell him that, okay, that's your fantasy, right? Good, fair enough. Me too, my fantasy is 2 men. And he said, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to bring one of my friends. You don't really know him, but I'll bring him. You like men.
That's the thing. That's why I think that this boundary thing, we're taking it to a different level. For me, everybody's situation is different. If you want to bring third party into your marriage and you are aware, that's up to you. Say whatever you do, I don't want to know. I know I'm like, okay, a bit liberal. I talk, like I have experiences and all that. But I'm actually with cheating. I don't do cheating very well. And like I said, if I choose to stay in that situationship due to financial benefits, I don't want to know. To be honest, I don't want to know if you're going to meet your man, if you're into men, or if you're going to meet the girl. Don't let me see, don't let me know. You do you. If I choose
in a threesome situation, you're not gonna be the third. Won't you just watch and not participate? You don't want to.
I'm not attracted to the girl. I don't want the girl touching me. I want my man to touch me.
No, she won't touch you.
Two girls servicing one man. It's threesome as well. Two of you.
You go each other. It's all sex.
No, like, you have option. You have option of you not getting involved. The two of you will be servicing the man.
When we say threesome, if except it's a fake threesome, a man is just sleeping with 2 different girls. When we say threesome, the girls are having sex together, the guy is involved. That's what they call threesome. I can't do it with my husband. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I cannot.
Mr. Jags, let me come to you on that one. Dami, I'm not going to come to you on that one because I know what your answer is. Let's not waste time on that one. So, Mr. Jags, threesome. Would you get another guy?
Basically, she can't get naked in the presence of another woman.
Sorry?
It's not saying now.
Sorry, Mr. Jags, we didn't hear that.
It's
you see, my own yash is exit only. Can everybody hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So my answer was my own ass is exit only. Nothing goes in there. So a man is never coming to my ass. Me, I prefer 2 girls. It's okay. Bring them. No problem. I'm not angry. If my missus says, oh, I like when we're 3 and I'm bringing another girl. Yeah, bring it on. It's okay. But that another man is coming, I can't even stand it.
Yeah, so what if he's not coming for you? He's coming for the girl, the other woman.
Whose girl? Which girl?
Girl.
Okay.
Impossible. Two
Oh,
men, we
great.
cannot be naked. We're not doing Mr. Macho here. Two men cannot be naked in one bed. So you are there, you are doing like this. Mr. Jack, hurry up now. Now my turn.
18 plus.
For where? No.
Okay.
Mr. Jax, small now. You are doing too fast. Mr. Jax, come. It's my turn. For where?
Can you imagine?
Okay. Dami, let me come to you because I need to round up. Okay. Now, Dami, you're a nurse, right? And all these things we have been saying since experiment here, experiment there, man, woman, this, that. I mean, what is the health implication of all of this? Okay.
A lot.
Because, please educate us. Please tell us.
A lot. Even apart from health issues, biblically, I don't think he's right.
Okay, forget Bible for now, because we've done a topic called sex and religion or something like that, or sex and marriage, and we actually had Toyin who came and talked about that. She's a pastor, okay, and this woman go and watch that topic. We'll put the link to the topic on that for you, those of you that haven't seen it. Go and see it. As a Christian, if you're worried about anything we've been discussing here since, go and watch that video. But I mean, let's look at the health aspect of it. What are the different, because you kind of mentioned one about using Pampers and all of that, but what are the health implications in all of this?
With, I don't think, to me, when you're bisexual, you can't, a lady can't satisfy you.
How can you say that not even bisexual? How do you know that? That's an unfair statement.
So people come out that they're bisexual.
A lot of people have different preferences. So because I'm bisexual, that's me a lady. No, don't say that. You're not bisexual. You can only speak if you're bisexual. So that's the wrong statement. I disagree with saying that a lady can satisfy you.
That means talk to us about the health implication. Leave bisexual alone, and who can satisfy who?
Please.
A lot. Okay, like you having sex through the anus, it's going to expand, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
You think so? Is it elastic?
It's not everybody that's wearing Pampers. People have been doing
it will get to a stage.
Politicians everywhere. We know they're into men. Some of them wants to rule our country. They're not wearing Pampers.
Even ladies, most of these ladies, they like to take it on the back door.
Yeah.
So
exactly, they're not wearing Pampers. It's how you do.
Are you not supposed to? Are you not supposed? Like the other guy just said, is for exit only. So if something is exit and you're putting something inside, it's not going to.
Bible. We're talking about the Bible. Talking about sexual diseases.
When you go to stores, don't you go into the shop to the exit sometimes? Wait for somebody.
They say a lot. STDs.
That's what I want to say, babes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Gonorrhea, syphilis, so many.
HIV, AIDS,
HIV, a lot.
Monkeypox,
Ebola. Sorry, just kidding. Ebola. A lot.
But how can people keep themselves safe? Because we're saying there's a lot of STDs, but people are still doing it on a daily. As we're talking, people are doing it right now. So what is your advice for people?
And people are still doing it, and they have disease, and a lot of HIV cases, a lot of STD. You still find guys, find ladies, they are with HIV. Trust me. Yes.
So people didn't have safe sex and they still have HIV. So
I know, but at least protect yourself. I know.
That's the point, whatever you are doing,
protect yourself. Protect yourself for the sake of your family, for the sake of your children. Protect yourself. I know sometimes carelessly we get it, but don't intentionally have multiple partners or intentionally do dirty things. I'm not saying
unprotected sex.
Sorry, what's dirty things?
Yeah, what's that?
Unprotected sex.
Unprotected sex. Thank you.
Unprotected sex.
Unprotected sex. It's not good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of beautiful ladies with HIV. I've seen a lot of guys that they're on bed and I feel, this is a very handsome guy. And they'll tell me, he's got HIV. and he's in his
I don't know
30s.
if I can share
And
a
it's
voice note with you.
are not gay. Some of them are just
I don't know.
with a boyfriend,
Confidentially.
And yeah, sometimes he's not gay. I'm not gonna say he's gay, but sometimes it's reckless life. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
And too many sexual partners.
So
Because,
many
you know,
sexual.
Yeah, because some people have HIV and they don't want to have it alone, and they go about spreading it to other people.
Spreading it. Once I get out of this place, I'll make sure I start dating. I'll make sure I start sleeping around. I'll make sure I start doing this and that. Elsewise, it's not good. It's gonna cause us more havoc than good. And if
And it's
there's
not
one
worth
thing
the enjoyment.
the enjoyment, what do you say?
I said it's not worth the enjoyment.
No, for the sake of your children, you want to live long for them. You want to be there for them. For the sake of your family, there are some things you don't want to do. I know it's enjoyable, but oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me end it here because I think we've done. I mean, going back to the topic.
I think I'm the only one different from this topic. I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, it's fine. Everybody, we can't all have the same opinion, so that's
we're all different.
Fine, I mean,
Yeah.
We're all different.
So going back to the topic, I know we kind of veered away from it, which is good because we needed to sort of look at various aspects of it. I mean, I think we've all sort of concluded that in the end, anyway, for those of you that don't know, in the end, she ended up not being able to marry the guy. She went ahead and wanted to marry the guy. And then on the altar, when they asked the famous question, anybody that does not, that's not in line with this marriage, talk now, forever hold your peace. And somebody actually said something and just blurted it out in church and said he's gay or he's bisexual, and the guy owned it and said, yes, I'm bisexual, so what? And the girl lost out on the marriage and all the endorsements that she would have gotten if she had married.
I would not marry that kind of person too. Right? I don't care how rich. I don't care how
rich. But she was going
are.
to. She was already on the altar. They were already making the pronunciations and everything. But anyway, on that note, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. As I said earlier on, if you haven't seen our sex and religion or something like that topic, I'm going to put the link below. You can go back and watch it and learn what you need to learn when it comes to sex, religion, and using toys and things like that in your marriage. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again same time next week. Bye.
Bye.
You said what? You said what?
Are you recording?
Who is recording again?
Will you stop recording this, Cecilia?
Who is recording?
I'm not saying anything. Oh Lord, come down. Wow.